Welcome to Italy and to our kitchen, where we're going to show you how to use one of these. This is called a mocha, and this is what a lot of Italian households use for making their espressos, and most importantly in this house here in Paradise, the morning cappuccino. So we're going to show you how to use one of these, because there's a chance you might get one for Christmas. First of all, you'll notice that they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but essentially they're all made up of exactly the same components. And this mocha is the special cappuccino mocha here in Paradise. It's made up of 3 parts. First you have the pot, then you have a filter, and then you have the portion at the bottom that holds the water. And you'll notice a little widget there on the side. That's so it can release pressure from the water, because essentially it's a little percolator. And it goes together just like so, and that screws on onto the top. You may have noticed that our little mocha had a little accident there. Yes, its little handle melted. But the nice thing about these mochas is that the handles are replaceable, and also are a lot of the other little things that come with it. One of those is this piece here, which is a piece of rubber which discolours with coffee. It starts off looking like this, but as you can see, you can get new ones to replace the old ones. You can also get a new one of these. I haven't quite seen the need to get one of these yet, but they are available in different sizes for different size mochas. Today we're going to show you how to make cappuccino. So you'll need a mocha, you'll need one of these, a cafetiere, or what the Americans call a French press, your trusty cappuccino mug, and one of these, which is a coffee doser. These are very, very Italian. I haven't seen one of these in America, but don't worry if you don't have one of these. We're going to show you what this is actually all about. But you can still achieve a good espresso and cappuccino without one, and we'll show you how. The Dosa Cafe, this particular one, I know it's not clean and tidy and it's not shiny, but it's very well used. And this is Enzo's mother's. She's probably had it for quite a long time. So we adopted it and brought it to our house. What happens with this is the coffee is inside here. And there it is. You just fill it up with your favourite brand of espresso coffee. It's the ground of the coffee that's really important when you're making your cappuccino or your espresso. Essentially, you're making an espresso. So your coffee goes in there. And it's dispensed from the bottom. Here, never mind what that looks like. As you can see, there's what looks to be like a bowl there. When you turn this knob, when you turn this little knob here, this section opens and releases the coffee. The bottom of your coffee dispenser is concave, and this sits over the filter of your mocha, nice and tightly. So now we've taken our mocha apart, we're going to start making coffee. Let's waste no time. This is the piece that holds the water. The water that we're going to use is bottled water, natural bottled water. In Naples, some places use fizzy water. It's really up to you. Just experiment. Use either one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some water into this little pot just below this little widget thing here. And you can just see that just in there. Water needs to be below that hole. The next thing to do is place on your filter. Now, place the coffee dispenser on the top, and we're about to turn this little handle here, just like that, and I'll show you what happens. Now the coffee dispenser has created a little mountain. Look at that. Now you can leave it like that if you like, and that'll make a lovely cup of espresso. But what I like my coffee really, really strong. So I'm going to just press that down a little bit with the back of a spoon. Very gently, just compact it, just a little bit. There you go. And then I get one. I do it all over again. And I'm going to leave the mountain there this time. The next thing you need to do is just to screw on the top of your mocha. And you want it on there quite tightly. And then it's ready to go on top of the oven. And here she is, sitting over just enough flame to cover the bottom. If you have the flame licking up over the sides, like I did once, this is what happens. Your handles melt, but that's okay because you can replace them. But it's not really a good idea. So, just for safety's sake, keep it over a fairly medium to low flame and just leave it there, and I'll show you what happens when it starts to percolate. While the coffee's percolating, let's prepare our cafetiere. It's only a small cafetiere, so I've probably put about half a cup of milk in there, which just suits me fine for my cappuccino. Now, not this portion because it's got metal on it, but this portion, I just pop it into the microwave. Now, as your little mocha starts to do its stuff, it will make all sorts of different noises. This is just one of them. And that's so that you know that the water's boiling there and it's about to start percolating. And the steam will start coming out of that little hole there. No need to worry. Once you start to really smell the coffee, just have a little peek inside. And there it is, bubbling up to the surface. It's doing its job. At this stage now, I'm going to put on my milk. About 1 minute on high. And we'll get to that in a moment. I like sugar in my cappuccino, so I'm going to go ahead now and pop it in. Cappuccino, or cafe latte, if you like, I'm sure they're two different things, are really, really popular as a breakfast drink in the morning. The nice thing is in winter is the size of this cup enables you to just tuck it into your hand and warm up your hands. It's sort of comfort breakfast. We love it. And meanwhile, in our microwave, our milk's ready. It's got nice and hot, bit bubbly, that's okay. Now we're ready to bring it all together. So what I always do is I add the coffee to my sugar, so that gets the sugar nicely dissolved. And I guess for me, for many people that would be a lot of coffee because it's espresso. That's the equivalent of about 3 portions. There's another portion in there that I save in a jar, and that goes towards making tiramisu. So perfect. So absolutely nothing is wasted. Give it a little stir. Now we're going to add some of the milk, about half of the milk, already to the pot. There. And of course, your cappuccino wouldn't be complete without a lovely, fluffy, milky surface. And this is what your cafetiere is for. So we're going to froth it up, possibly about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. It really does depend. We're just adding air. You can make this as fluffy as you like. Now look at that. What's happened is your milk is increased in volume by another half. It's beautifully creamy. Look at that. And all we're going to do is I'm going to take the top off of there, dip that in, and already it starts to fizz. And then the next thing, pour your fluffy milk all over the top. Look at that. And if you're really clever, you could figure out how to make pictures. I haven't done that yet. And there you have it. One morning cup of cappuccino in paradise. Perfect way to start the day.